Hi, I'm Brett, and that was Bell's Harmonic by Gogoll. So, I'm going to teach you how to play that. Obviously that demonstration wasn't perfect, but I think it got the job done. So, to start, being as there are very few, if any, videos about how to play any of his songs at all, I'm going to show you what the tuning is, because he changes his tuning. His guitar strings are all, well, two of them at least, are tuned down. So in order to play the songs, you'll have to do that. So it starts with E. Your low string is an E, your sixth string, just like normal. The second, or the fifth string is an A. But your fourth string is tuned down to a C sharp, and your third string is tuned down to an E. So it should sound like this. E, A, C sharp, E, A, no, E, B, E, sorry. And then, for this particular song, you put your capo on the 4th fret. And there you go. So the beginning of the song sounds like this. So to play that, ignore your 4 and 5 strings, and you're going to play it all on open. So the picking pattern is your bass, and then you're going to, you wait a second, so instead of just, see the difference? So bass and space, and then you have 3, 2, 3, bass, and when you do that, you pick your first 2 strings. So bass, space, 3, 2, 3, bass, double, if that makes sense. So and then after that, you go bass, 2, bass, and 3. So for that whole beginning section of the song, all he does is change the bass note. So after you go through that whole pattern, you immediately switch your bass note from your 6th string to your 5th string. And then to the 4th string. Back to the 5th. And he stops right there. That's where you stop. So once you've got the intro down, you start moving on to the harmonics. So for that, you have to understand how the harmonics work. So let's just, I'm going to take the capo off for this. If you don't know how harmonics work, I'm just going to show you that real quick. If you put some no capo on, 12th fret is halfway between here and here, so where the ends of the strings are. I don't know, I think that's called the bridge or something. The 12th fret is halfway between there, and because of the way the vibrations in the string work, if you put your finger on, like just lightly on the string on that fret, you don't push down or anything, it kind of like cuts the wave in half and doubles the frequency. Like that. So instead of an E like this, you would have it double the frequency. It's here. And that goes the same for anything else on the 12th fret. We also have harmonics on the 7th fret. and the 5th fret. Because of the way the frets are spaced out, you can put your capo anywhere and say, oh, 5 frets down, because we had 5 frets before, 5 frets down now. Where is it? You can hardly hear it because of my microphone. Sorry for that, by the way. I don't have a proper setup yet. Yeah, you can't hear it on that one. Try 7 frets down. And 12. So we were 4 frets down. So 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to do that, like I said before, we have harmonics up here, but we also have them the same on the other side. So you have your 5, 7, and 12 frets for your harmonics, but on the other side it would be 12, 7, 5, somewhere like that. You have to look for it yourself. So to get the harmonics on this side, if you're going to play with just your right hand, you put a forefinger, either your first or second finger, on the harmonic point. I don't know what you want to call that, so I'm just going to call it a harmonic point. And that's where you touch the string lightly to make it do the sound. And then you pluck it with a finger behind it. Just like that. So you can do either your second or third, whatever, or you can touch it with your second and plug it with your third, whatever's comfortable. In Alan Gogoll's songs, that's what he does. He does it with the second and third fingers, and he uses his thumb to pluck another one and finger to touch it there. Just like that. And then for up here, what he does is he'll use his ring finger, or his third finger, to touch the harmonic point, which up here you have the 11th fret and you have the 9th fret. So for the 11th, for example, you would lightly touch with your ring finger and you pluck it with your index. Now for this part of the song, what you would do is you take your 7th fret harmonic down here and your 5th. So 7th fret there and 5th fret, or in this case the 9th fret up here. You would do the 1st string and then the 3rd string, 2nd, 4th, 3rd string, 5th string, bass on the E, and then you move your hand up here to the 11th fret and go on the 4th string. So then after this, you're just going to add it to the same intro sequence. So you have your regular sequence. So you have those, and then you just go bass note, harmonic, 4th string, 11th fret. So it's the same pattern, but on the space that I told you about earlier, you would add the harmonic. You add the harmonic in the space. Then for the second one, you go up to the 9th fret. So the first one was this, and the next one is this. Then for the third one, you go back back down to the 11th fret on the 3rd string. So you add that in. And then finally, you're going to end that section by thumb picking the 5th string and doing a 9th fret harmonic on the 4th string, but you do it at the same time. So, here we go again. So, to play that, you do your same waterfall harmonic technique. So we use that for the whole thing. Now, after you end the last section with that, you wait like a second, maybe a second and a half, and you do a nice slow intro style to this. And as soon as you finish your, right after that bass note, you start up with the waterfall again. So, waterfall, next bass note, and then your waterfall again. So, as your bass notes alternate, you have to keep track of that. It's the same pattern through the whole thing. And once you start up with the beginning harmonic part where you throw in your harmonic after the bass note, it's always this one. So you do your E string and your 11th fret 4th string. Those two are always together. And then you have your 5th string and your 4th string 9th fret. So those two are always together. And then you have your 4th string and your 3rd string 11th fret harmonic. Now for that one later on in the song it does change, it goes up to here, but ignore that for right now. Just for this beginning part it stays with that. And then once you go through the whole waterfall part, so you might have noticed that when I did that section and I play the 4th string, I didn't bother to go back down here, and that's how you do that. So when you're doing your waterfall section, it's those two. So instead of these two, it's at the 9th fret. Just like that. So you've gone through your 4 bass notes and all of your waterfalls. Now, after the second one, you do, these are all on the 9th fret, so you go 3rd string, 4th string up there, 3rd string, or 2nd string down there, 3rd string up here, and then 3rd string down here, and then your 4th string up there, and bass, and its accompanying harmonic, because those two are always together. And again, when you do this, you start up your pattern again, so. So, that's that whole first set of waterfall harmonics, but he plays that a bunch of times, and every time he changes the pattern just a little bit. So for that first one, it's just that you do your bass and add in the harmonic, add your waterfall, second bass, waterfall, third bass, waterfall, fourth bass, and the last, the outro waterfall for that section. And then you go back to the first bass and waterfall, second bass, third waterfall, fourth bass, or third bass. Now here, so you did that pattern once. Second time you do the pattern right after your third bass, you switch up to your 5th fret equivalent. So you have yours here, but then if you move back, you have another one. So you would go up there after your second set. You do the third bass, and you go up here. Mind you, the ones over there, they stay the same place. So, and go back to your 4th bass note. Right? And then finally you end it off with this pattern. So that is 3rd string here, 4th string 9th fret, back here, and now you go to your 5th string, 4th string down here, 5th string up here, sorry, and E, and start up your pattern again. So after that second pass of that pattern, and you've done the 2 different like ending sections of it, you just go back to your original harmonic pattern. So by now, you should be about here. You have your intro section. And then you intro with your waterfall. You introduce your waterfall, and then go into the harmonic introduction. So. into your waterfall pattern sets. So you have your first set. And then you have your second set. Sorry. And then after that, you would just go back to the harmonic intro. So that's where you should be at. If I didn't do anything clearly enough, just leave a comment and I will try to clarify in another video, and then I'll be moving on to the next section as best as I can do it. I haven't learned the whole song myself either, but I'll be trying, I'll be continuing, and it just goes from there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.